Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a breakdown of cat-cow spines. You probably have heard me talk about cat-cow spines in a lot of other videos. Maybe other videos have brought you here. We're going to be breaking it down step by step, how to do the pose, how to practice it, and also why it's important. We have 24 vertebrae in an adult spine or a typical adult spine. We want to get some movement across the whole of the spine. And so this kind of exercise will help to create movement across the whole of your spine, and that will help to ease tension, aches and pains, get some movement across the body. This is something that I think is really, really important to learn in yoga. I'd go as far as to say that in yoga asana, so your physical practice of yoga, this is one of the most important things that you can learn, because in pretty much every single posture that you come into, your back will either be doing a cat or a cow spine, whether that means that you're doing a one on the opposite, so you might be doing a cat spine on the bottom and a cow spine at the top, but we're kind of creating this movement and it will help you to move your back to where you need it to advance your asana practice. You guys don't need anything at all to practice this or to do this breakdown of this pose. I'm using a mat, but you don't have to use one if you don't have one. It's really not the end of the world. And when you're ready, we will get started. We're going to start in a tabletop position, spreading through your hands so your fingers are as wide as you can get them, placing them down in towards the mat. You want your hands to be directly below your shoulders, so they're not too far out and they're not too close together. You want to make sure they're completely underneath. Use a mirror if you need to make sure your arms are in the correct position. You also want to make sure your index or your middle finger is facing forwards. So you're spreading through the hands, index or middle finger is facing forwards. We're then going to spin our inner elbows. So outer elbows or elbows, inner elbows, the inside of the arm, towards the top of the mat. So your fingers are spread, index or middle finger facing forwards, and your inner elbows, if I don't spin them, they're facing in towards each other. When I spin them, they're facing forwards to face up towards the top of your yoga mat, if you're using a yoga mat, or just towards the front. We're then taking a really soft bend behind the arms. We're not locking the arms out here. We're keeping a little bend behind them. And your knees are coming underneath your hips and your feet are behind your knees. So this is your tabletop position. Take a second here. Maybe this is as far as you want to go to begin with, and just make sure that you can get your body into the complete correct position. So hands underneath your shoulders, your fingers are spread, index or middle finger is facing forward, and your inner elbows are spun to face the top of your mat. Knees are underneath your hips, feet are behind your knees. We're going to start to move through our cat-cow spine here. So we're going to start with our cow spine, lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly, squeeze your shoulder blades together, gazing forwards, maybe gazing up if you've got the space in your back, but make sure you're not squeezing or lifting your forehead or creasing your forehead, so you're keeping the brow soft. This is your cow spine. Think about lifting the tailbone up here, dropping the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades together, push through the hands, gazing forward or maybe gazing up. So we would normally take a deep breath in here. Holding this for as long as you can until you need to take your exhale, and then we'll shuffle through into our cat spine. Your cat spine, you're tucking your tailbone under, lifting the belly, spreading through your shoulder blades and taking the chin in towards the chest. Really think about tucking that tailbone under, lifting the belly button up towards the spine, spreading through your shoulder blades and tucking the chin in towards the chest. Exhale at the bottom. We'll do the same thing again. So we're going to come into our cow spine from here. So as you inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades together, push through the hands, gazing forwards or maybe gazing up. Inhale. When you need to take your exhale, tuck the tailbone, Lift the belly, engage through your core, spread through your shoulder blades, and take the chin in towards the chest. Maybe carrying this on your own breath. Moving through the spine. Don't be afraid to use the space around you. So really thinking about where the spine is going. When you're coming into your cow spine, really think about lifting that tailbone up high. It's almost like there's a piece of string running across your hips, tied at the top, and someone's trying to pull your hips up towards the ceiling. So your tailbone is lifted high, dropping the belly. Squeeze the shoulder blades, gazing forwards or up, keeping the brow soft. When you come into your cat spine, really think about tucking that tailbone right under, lifting the belly and engaging through your core, pushing through the hands. So again, you're making space between your shoulder blades. Chin comes in towards the chest. Trying to move every single part of your back, every single vertebrae. When you come into your cow spine, really think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. So it's almost like someone's hand is in between your shoulder blades and you're trying to pinch them with your shoulder blades. So you're really squeezing them together. When you come into your cat spine, think about spreading through the shoulder blades as much as you can. So you're trying to create as much space between your shoulder blades as you can. You're really pushing up through the chest. When you start to feel a bit more used to your cat-cow spines and you're feeling comfortable moving through, you can then start to move starting from your lower back. So if you're in your cat spine with your tailbone tucked under, belly lifted and spreading through the shoulder blades, you'll move by starting with the lower part of the back. So you'll lift the tailbone first, then drop the belly, then squeeze your shoulder blades together and then gaze forwards. When you then move into your cat spine, you'll start with your lower part of your back. So you'll tuck the tailbone, lift the belly, spread through the shoulder blades and take the chin in towards the chest. And see if you can just start to move each segment of your back one at a time. Starting from the lower part of your back and slowly moving all the way up. And when you start to practice this is when it can really help you in other yoga poses. Because, for example, if you're in your cow spine like I am right now, and then I tuck my tailbone but squeeze my shoulder blades still together and lift one at a time into my cat spine, it's a very similar position to when you're coming into your warrior two, for example, because you'll need to tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the glutes in your warrior two, but you also squeeze the shoulder blades together. So it's worth practicing your cat-cow spines. This is something that you can practice every day. Maybe doing 10 cat-cow spines, moving through, getting your spine nice and warmed up, and then either going on to the rest of your yoga practice or carrying on with your day. I really hope you found some value in that. I really want you to feel confident and feel like you have good clarity into these two spines. Like I keep saying, they're so important. They're so good for you. Getting that mobility across the spine is super important. It's going to help you day to day with aches and pains. And in your yoga asana, so your physical yoga practice, it's going to help you to do better, stronger positions and in more of a correct way. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Keep practicing this and you'll probably find that a lot of my other videos will move through cat-cow and then maybe advance it even further. So from your cat-cows, maybe you can start to look at spinal waves, which are really good fun and one of my all-time favorite things to do. Maybe you can start using it in a flow, working on other positions where you're focusing on what your upper and lower back are doing. So there's a lot that you can do once you've mastered your cat-cow spines. And after this class, you should feel like you've mastered it. I'll see you soon. Bye.